Hey, Coach Tim on the steps challenge. Walking. Got a blister on my back of my foot. Ugh. First day out, I actually did 2 walks in my flip-flops. If you believe that or not, that's crazy, right? Hey, dedicated, man. Listen, Pete, the great Pete Carroll, football coach, Seattle Seahawks, was at SC. He actually coached for a minute when I was at Pacific, and he coached before that, but he left right after I got there. He was a player at Pacific, so I'm proud to say that I'm a Tiger with guys like that. Pacific's made some great coaches over the years, and guys that are still coaching. And so one of the things that when Pete was doing the Win Forever clinics for coaches, giving back, these were free. I think Nike or he'd get somebody to support it, and he's all about, says what changed his game, changed his coaching, was after he got fired from the Patriots, he read a book. And it was a John Wooden book, the great John Wooden. And he gives credit to Wooden for really kind of changing his coaching style to embrace a bigger meaning. And so he'll often say, what is your philosophy? What's your philosophy? Deep dive into your philosophy around coaching, right? And so that's his thing, Win Forever. That's his philosophy. That's based on competing, right? That's so Americana, isn't it? That's what got me to deep dive, and that certainly resonates with me because I'm naturally philosophical. From an early age, I think the speech I gave in high school at the football banquet, my junior or senior year, was how football is like life, and something to do with team and working in unity or something like that. Rah, 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 go team, right? And I've been at it ever since, I guess. But really, the idea that I have is that it's beyond football, right? Coach beyond football, and I've tried to take on multiple philosophies, like Pete's, like what my coach Tyrone said. I've said this in other talks. He said, "Come back and give it back." Okay, go get what you're going to get and give it back. Well, giving it back means giving it back beyond. Right? So if you're a coach, if you're a parent, you can change the world if you coach beyond just the sport. If you use the sport, if you use the context, if you're a teacher, if you use the classroom as a context beyond, right? I know people that don't get this. They didn't learn to cross-contextualize learnings. Football was that was football. Now I'm going to go do something else that has nothing to do with anything, and they don't take the learnings with them. That's a damn shame. That is sad. Wisdom is from our experiences. Our experiences aren't all locked up in separate boxes. Right? How can you compare one lesson into another context? This is what we have to do, and it's not always analogous, right? Not everything in football is analogous. But there's a hell of a lot of stuff that is or could be. Now I say that not just for the long game, for the players, but for the game, because most coaches are more interested in getting better players than they are coaching the players. Sad truth. And if you're in that realm, it's true. And that's human nature, right? So what if we if our schools did that? They do the same thing. The A students get coddled so that the money from the state comes in, and the rest in the public school systems, including where I stand, are doing the same thing. The rest of the kids beyond the A students are left to fend for themselves, and the other students, the A's, they're off getting A's, right, and getting ready for a 4-year school and whatnot, and the local district can chest thump that they have so many kids that scored high in the SATs or whatever. And so what we'd like to do is use this sort of law of expectancy that is a real thing. They've taken students and told teachers that these are A students when in fact they get straight D's, and that this other group are straight D students and F students when they're actually A students. And because they've primed the teachers with this information, the teachers gave them grades according to how they were primed. The D students got A's, the A students got F's, right? And that just goes to show you that we tend to get what we expect. And maybe if we coach up the D students or the D players, maybe they'll be better players. And if they learn how to be better players, if they learn how to go beyond the breaking point. I just saw Nick Saban give a talk to his players at Alabama. It's an older video, but he basically worked the hell out of them, and afterwards was asking, okay, where is it that you broke? And they broke. They broke, right? He goes, maybe not physically, but mentally. And those are the things that we can definitely learn as players as to our mental strength. And that's an advantage that sports people, football people have, because they're willingly putting themselves in that situation of feeling danger and having the choice to quit, right? And it's something that I've called the battle of Mr. Whiner and Superman.